Welcome to Chessington World of Adventures. Today, in this video, we're going to take you around the park as they prepare for the 2024 season, showing you some of the updates they're going to bring to us for the new year. Now, first one we notice is actually the entrance where the turnstiles have been removed. So they're going very Legolandy. The top end is already like that, to be fair, so it kind of makes sense that this bottom end will be like it as well. So you will be scanned on the way in. Now we're heading that way first. Let's go. We proper starter update at the top end of the park, and indeed Dragon's Fury, which now has trains on the track as well. And funny enough, we just looked in the shed and there's another 3 in there. So we've got 3 on the track and 3 in there. It's more than what we had last year, which is great news. It is actually running as well. You can see they're testing tyres at the moment. They're on continuous go. The chains going, so the ride is indeed running, which is great news because we've got still 2-3 weeks left before the start of the season. Official start on the 22nd of the month. So it's great to see Fury in testing. No sign of anything over in Jumanji. So the toilets as well, you can see the lovely sort of entrance area to there has been redone. It's still all closed off at the moment, so we know it's definitely still a building site, bearing in mind that part isn't open to the public. So it'll be interesting to see what they do, especially with the upgrades that's going on at Fort Park, what they manage to do with the toilet block as well. Facilities wise, you know, it's just as important as everything else, especially as this is right by the main entrance. But we have life in the rides. That's what we like to see. It doesn't look like this one's beginning testing quite yet. Obviously where the trough empties and fills as it goes, it'd be difficult to tell without seeing this, but no boats at the moment. Cappy. Yeah, we've got to get in the Cappy moment now. So we know these rides have been testing. We caught these last time we were here, all 3 of them actually in the Rainforest. And you can see over in the background as well, the stage, brand new stage for this year, much more enclosed. We were talking about it not that long ago before we knew we were putting this up, and we saw the one at Alton Towers. That looks spectacular. Let's get some close-up shots of that. Visibly from the outside, we can obviously see and saw before it was all blocked off the changes which they're doing, the painting, the touching up of the area. Really does look good. In terms of what's going on inside, I'll always have a quick zoom in. I can't really see anything else either. It's all a bit of a mystery, to be honest with you. There's a lot of wood being taken out. In fact, I mean, this is the station area, isn't it? So it looks like the station is going to be getting some love. I wonder what else they're doing in the ride. It'd be really interesting to see, to be honest with you. I love Toon Blaster. I really think it's underrated. Sure, we'd like all the effects working, keep it dark, love the music. Yeah, can't wait. Interested to see. Of course, it doesn't open until the 1st of April. Bear that in mind if you come to Chessington during opening times. Toon Blaster isn't due to reopen until the 1st of April. We have been coming all over closed season, and I know a lot of people have picked these up, and we did notice them. However, we kind of, every time we come, there's something new on it. We had like a few leaves, and then we had a few more leaves, and then we had a bit of grass, and then we've got kind of like birds as well. I think now it's complete because they've pretty much used all the wood they possibly can. But it does look good. It really adds a bit of colour to it as well. And as we come over here, there's a couple of things we're going to be able to see as well. The sign, as we said, was blue from last time, and they have done some graphic work as well on the side of the building here with the capybara. I mean, it's the first time I've seen it. It looks amazing. I'm going to get in now and get some shots of that. It really shouldn't be underestimated, the fact that all of this side wall, and beforehand as well, it's not just now, but all of this side wall is hand painted. Hand painted. Look at the cappy on the side. That is magnificent. Chessington put some pictures up of the lady that painted it. I mean, the talent is unreal. And I think down the back's been done as well, although that hasn't been confirmed. It looks really bright down there. It looks wonderful. Rainforest is a nice little tranquil area. Kind of goes unnoticed, the detail they've put into it. And I hope they get some of the other side of the building as well. There's a fair amount of work going on this side. We had this sort of slush area, wasn't it? That's been completely redone, new roof, new sides. Whether or not that remains as that or some kind of other outlet, we'll have to wait and see. But we can see the new stage, far more enclosed, be much better for the actors and actresses. And hopefully we get a really good screen. We can get a bit of detail on it. It looks like it comes out very slightly further, potentially, or it might go slightly deeper, but it certainly looks like it's going to be more enclosed. I absolutely love it. it looks like all the works around Croc Drop have actually been completed. As we go around the other side in a minute, you'll see that all the floor and everything's disappeared. You can actually hear it on as well. All the cables have been tightened. I think this is the remainder of the stage. SBF boxes have gone as well, so it looks really good for Croc Drop as well for the beginning of the season. Here on the other side of Croc Drop, I can see, although the gates are still out for access purposes, railings and floors and everything's gone. We can't see any sign of anything. We can hear the engine room as well, just in here, is indeed on. So works are ongoing. Do love a good new fence. Hopefully this gets the hand-painted treatment over the next few weeks. New fencing is indeed in. All this has been cleared as well. Hopefully ready for the return of the goats, but have a quick look at the cattle while we're poking out the hut. There's quite a lot of clearing going around the Mexicana. At the top end of the park, we kind of see the metal railings there are brown, which would make me think they've come from rattlesnake, would be my guess. Now we know this has been tested already. It's definitely not on today. We've just seen the carousel go around, but take a wide shot of the hand-painted bricks. You know what, the more I see these, the more I like them. And talking about hand painted, look at the carousel. Now it's the first time we've seen the carousel since it was under scaffolding, and I mean, if you can't tell the difference, quite honestly, you probably need your eyes shaped. Far more brighter, much nicer colours. It's just been refreshed. It's great to see. It really is great to see. And of course you can see it going round as well. It's magnificent carousel. I absolutely adore it. We'll keep walking around it as well to show you the work that's gone in. Look at that, that is gorgeous. Even the sign is looking fresh. Look, back and front gets a good kick in, this sign, from the kids climbing all over it, but looking fresh. Panning over the tiny truckers, this has had quite a lot of work ongoing during the closed season. We can see the fences have all been painted up. There's actually no cars there at the moment, which kind of makes sense because it looks like tyres and things are here, but it's definitely had a refresh. Could do with the sign getting the hand painting treatment as well. Yeah, loving the carousel. So no rides open for Zootastic weekends. Please bear that in mind if you are coming. If you see any going around, they are doing staff training in preparation for the new season. Donut Express is back open, mind you, but of course, as we pan around here, you'll see the new hut is in place for Sea Storm. So let's take a close look at that. Of course, looking at it from where it is, it's pretty much back together. I mean, bearing in mind none of the arms were down here. These are all scattered around the outside in many pieces. The centrepiece was over on the other side. It's all just come back together really, really quickly. Massive credit. You wouldn't think this was in many, many pieces only 2 weeks ago. Now I won't lie, I was a little bit worried that Sea Storm wouldn't make the start of the season, but what an incredible job they've done at putting this back together. And we'll get some close-ups of the bit, but it's something you don't see every day. My guess is this has been replaced. Here's an overview of the new hut. It was much needed. It is slightly bigger as well. Actually, I prefer it. I've seen some people say it's not the centrepiece that the ship was, but actually I prefer it. I think it suits it a lot better than what the ship did, bearing in mind it's had the Shipwreck Coast reef theme. I think it fits much, much nicer. Obviously, if we come around here, the floor was, I think it was done last time we were here, and you can see where it's gone right the way down to there as well. And they've moved this out the way, or say out the way, perhaps it might be staying there, as they have a little bit of a move around. Signs come down at the moment. Wouldn't mind betting that's gone off for a little bit of a clean. This is really the first ride you see when you come in from the bottom area. But yeah, loads of like flooring still to go down, so I wonder how far they're going to be going with the flooring. Looking by the testing points here, we could well be coming out into this area, but we'll see. And the Gruffalo boats, it's a usual storage area for them. I believe they all go in the back here. That's where they tend to make their way round to. Of course, it's essential the boats are not on the ride when they're doing belt maintenance and other things. And you can see that the flooring comes right the way to the edge there. The little details sometimes, you just can't afford to miss them. Although they did tell me I do miss things sometimes. I try not to. And we've got some lovely diamonds around the edges. They look really, really cool. So that means now we're going to have to walk through Trail of the Kings and see what else is going on. Nothing else to report down there in Trail of the Kings, although that is the first time, all these years I've been visiting the park, I've never seen a boat go in or out, so that is an absolute first for me. Obviously we got the jewels as well, but there is something big going on here, and that is on the mini stage, which actually, to be fair, is turning into a massive stage. Is the nicest way of putting it. Look at this is all change here. Now we've stripped back the tiny stage, kind of the bare bones at the moment. I certainly wouldn't expect it to stay like that. We've got a brand new roofing across the top as well. Much, much larger. Which is great actually, because this stage becomes really, really popular with Cocomelon and other characters they have here as well. Thank you for joining us here from Chessington World of Adventures. Exciting times ahead for 2024 and we can't wait. We will see you next time.